like everybody got a pet now. I love that. Okay, so let's check the live, the reading. So a couple of things. The song that's playing right now everywhere, Bon Matin Sultana, yes, I love it. I saw it at Lululemon last week and I didn't buy it because I was like, I don't need more. Like I already have like 5 Lululemon jackets. So I'm like, I don't need one more. And then I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get it. Whatever. It's red for Chinese New Year. So a couple of things. So the song, I don't want Valentine. I just want Valentino. That one is playing. There's also I got my red dress on tonight. Like that one has been playing in my mind for this collective for like an hour and a half. So that keeps playing. Greek coffee, if you know, you know. Greek coffee. Like specifically like the Greek coffee. Like the Greek coffee when you go to Greece and you have like the Greek coffee, like the iced Greek coffee that is strong as fuck. That one. What else? Clogs is coming through as well. Nikes is coming through. I'm seeing also like a machine gun. So like some of you guys, maybe you're in the army or you're playing video games that have that. And like I got my red dress on tonight. Dalgona coffee is coming through too. Freckles. Trouble sleeping. Okay. So this collective, you're no longer affected by your 3D. Your nipples might be hard as well. Because like all of a sudden I got like my nippies that are just like, so maybe like there's something about sensitive nippies. Okay. Aries energy, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Levithians. What is that? Levithians, Levithians. Is that in the Bible? Leviathans, something? Yeah, I'm seeing Leviathans 13:1. 52:9. Okay. Crabs, sundress. I don't want Valentine, I just want Valentino. Okay. So again, so you're, because why I'm saying that you're no longer affected by your, I was gonna say you're no longer affected by your bank account. Interesting, because I was literally seeing someone having $0 in their bank account, but you're no longer affected by it. You're excited by it. Ooh, okay, buddy. You're excited by your current situation because you know that there's only up from there. You're excited by your current situation because you know that there's a new identity, there's a new shift that's happening at the same time. Elliot, I'm seeing you. Sorry, I'm calling you out. I don't know if that's your situation bank-wise, but I just saw you, so that's there. So that's the situation. But I'm seeing a girl, Pamela. I'm seeing Veritas as well. Pressy, I'm seeing you as well. I'm seeing someone with T. I am seeing Tahara. Okay, so everybody that's here is really supposed to be here. Okay. So again, so there's a shift happening, and again, it's like there's this excitement. It's as if you finally reached zero. I'm gonna say the bank account because this is what I'm seeing, but it might be something else, okay? But this is what I'm seeing. So you finally reached $0 in your bank account, and I say finally because you've known for a couple of months. I'm seeing 6 to 7 months. You've known for a couple of months that you needed to reach $0, and I swear I'm feeling so excited by this. It's like most people would tell you that it's bad that you have $0 in your bank account, and again, use it for your own situation. Like either $0 in your bank account or no, this is really about bank account. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. So you finally reached $0 in your bank account, and everybody would tell you, what the fuck are you doing? Because maybe you're still spending, maybe you're still preparing for the future, maybe like it's just you're no longer affected by your finances, you're no longer affected by that $0 in your bank account. Like maybe you have just a couple of cents in your bank account, but you're excited about it. You're excited about it because it means that the universe is now ready to provide for you. And like I said, for the last 6 to 7 months, you've known that you needed to reach $0 in your bank account, in that bank account. Maybe some of you guys have more than one bank account. Or you have investments or whatever. You needed to get like to $0 either from your cash, from your savings, from you needed to get to that. You had a little bit, I'm seeing like a cushion. I'm seeing a cushion. Maybe some of you guys, maybe you're no longer on unemployment, or your benefits fell off, and like you're finally at zero. You're finally at starting over. You're finally at from scratch. And this is allowing for new energy to come in. This is allowing for authentic energy to come in. It's very specific to your finances, because finances, money is a frequency. Money is the masculine, right? Money is there to protect you. Money is there to provide for you. Money is a representation of your own love as well. It's a representation of your own relationship with the masculine, with the material world as well. So that's why whenever people are like, oh, they hate money and everything, I'm like, you hate yourself. Because when you love yourself, you love money, because money is a representation of that. There's a reason why capitalism is so important here on planet Earth. People think that it's a bad thing, but capitalism is actually just a reflection of your own power, a reflection of your own self-love. Don't forget that you created this mirror, you created this illusion. Capitalism doesn't exist just because it exists. You created capitalism in your life. You created this energy. You created yourself in this specific era where capitalism is so important and so powerful. There's a reason you came now here and not in the 500 BC or 1500s or whatever, when capitalism was not as at its peak. There's a reason why, because capitalism is something that is good for you. It is something that is a representation, again, a projection of your own self-love, a projection of your own energy within. If you disagree, argue with your mother. Don't argue with me, because I don't give a fuck. You reached a point of self-love. You reached a point of action within you where, again, the 3D doesn't affect you. And things are about to speed up. But it's not even like, I feel like I don't even want to talk about the future. I want to talk about the energy that you're in right now. I want to acknowledge the energy that you're in right now. Yes, you know that there's blessings coming. You know that there's a new energy of masculine. Ooh, there's a new energy of masculine. You've reached a point where masculine energy doesn't disappoint you anymore. Masculine energy keeps its promises. Ooh, masculine energy keeps its promises for you now. The material world, the 3D world, the universe keeps its promises. It doesn't betray you anymore. It doesn't disappoint you. Some of you guys might be getting predictions as well from the future, and you're able to let go. You faced your biggest fear. Maybe some of you guys, reaching $0 in your bank account was your biggest fear. You wanted money your entire life. Money for you was freedom. Money for you was freedom. Wealth was freedom. It was your ability to be able to be released and to be free of the world that you were born in, of the world that you were around. There's a reason why wealth has been so important for you. Because again, it's a representation of your own sense of self. You're very connected to money. You are your best self when you are with money. You are your best self. And it's not because you're materialistic. It's not because you're superficial. No, you're really your best self. And you're a blessing to the world when you have money. You're a blessing to the world when you have money. Oh, I have full body chills. Affirm now. I am a blessing to the world the more money I have. The wealthier I am, the richer I am financially, the more of a blessing I am to this world. Affirm it, believe it. But you already believe it. I'm saying this to you, but you already believe it. Literally. Everything you've ever wanted is being created for you. It's being given to you. You shed all illusions and all attachments to the 3D world, and that's what is going to bring in the 3D world. It's like, I feel like you detached so much from the 3D world where you you live literally in your own Delulu land. People, and literally I was reflecting on that last night. When you're a conscious being, people are never going to understand your plans. They're never going to understand because your answer to everything is, I don't know. When people are like, oh, what are you going to do? What's happening? What are you going to blah, blah, blah? I don't know. That's the answer because you're okay with the I don't know. Your consciousness, you're in the energy of being okay with uncertainty. You're okay with uncertainty. You're okay with uncertainty because you know that it's going to work out. You're okay with uncertainty. The car Bronco cars are very significant here as well. Big cars, like I'm saying, big cars, Jeeps, big cars, Escalades, like big cars. Protected energy, protected. But your consciousness, and that's why it's so important for you not to share your plans with others. But this is where the shift of perspective is. You're not meant to not share your plans with others because others can take it. They wouldn't be able to handle that energy even if they wanted to take it. It's not that, and even if they could take it, it's not that. It's because it's just going to confuse you and it's going to activate the ego within you. You have to be a little bit more into this silent, non-verbal part of your life right now. You're meant to be in this phase where you're not sharing your plans, where you're not, because there's no plans anyways. There's no plans. You might be finding yourself, you're hanging out with people and you're non-verbal. You're not sharing your life. You're not sharing your plans. You're just non-verbal. You're quiet. You might find yourself gossiping a little bit more as well because there's no other discussion that you're doing. There's no other discussion. There's nothing to talk about yourself because there's nothing to talk about. You're just happy. You're just at peace. You're at peace because you're no longer identifying to the future version of yourself. You are no longer an identity. You just are. And when you are, there's no plans because the plan is the identity. You just trust. I'm hearing confirmation. Yeah. I feel like the steps that you're taking, literally. The steps that you're taking them blindfolded and you're taking them even when you're in fear. Whenever you feel that fear is popping up, whenever you feel yourself being caged by your fears, by your anxiety, this is where you take the steps. And you're like, I know that this is the right thing for me to do. You're so committed. You're so committed. And there's this weight that is falling off of your shoulders every single minute, every single hour. Because you're in union with yourself. You're in union with yourself completely. Completely. Literally, the Two of Cups and the Lovers. Two of Cups and the Lovers, you're in alignment, you're in union with yourself. You're at peace with yourself. I'm seeing some of you guys getting booty gains as well. With the Wheel of Fortune. And the Ace of Wands. Things are looking up for you. Things are looking up. Some of you guys, you might have Valentine plans tonight as well. If you don't have, make some. My Valentine is coming over later. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. She tries so hard. You see, but this is why, like, even the last live, the last reading, do you feel the peace? Do you feel the peace? There's like it's not a reading for predictions. It's not a reading for the future. It's just peace. It's just you made it. That's it. You just gave in. You just gave in. Oh, I have full body chills. Someone is getting their tits done. I don't know. Like, I know it came up in the last reading. Somebody's getting their tits done. I don't know who, but somebody. Excuse me. Please look at her. Oh my God. She's so pretty. She's so cute. Excuse me. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Big stretch. Big stretch. Good girl. Okay. So let me tap in. Okay, I want everybody to close their eyes. Take a moment and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Even Layla took a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And just exist in this moment. No visions. You are nothing. Just feel the nothingness. You just are. Don't think about the future. Just see yourself as empty, as existing in emptiness, in peace. In calm. Just be in that energy. Hear the sounds around you. Notice where your mind goes. And simply say, that is not my order. That is not my truth. That is not my identity. You can open your eyes when you're ready. But the character, the ego, is screaming. It's trying to get your attention, and you're not affected by it. And this is where, again, the energy is, it's like, and even with Layla, you see it's like she barked, she tried to bark. No reaction, just, I don't scream back. I just pull the leash because she knows that she's not allowed to. Just pull. You bring her back. Same energy with your ego, with your character. It's screaming. Like I'm seeing someone literally like, like screaming and being like, I want your attention. It's like, no, I'm not giving you my attention. I'm not you. We're not connected. We're disconnected. Did you feel the calm when you closed your eyes? The emptiness. That's the energy. It's the emptiness. The emptiness is you. You're no longer scared of this emptiness. You're no longer scared of this emptiness. Thank you, T. You felt everything. That's however emptiness and consciousness rises up within you is your own way. As long as you're not erratic about it, like too high up or too low. That's how you have to see it. You have to be neutral. You have to be at peace. That's what consciousness energy is. I do have Valentine plans tonight, actually. Later this afternoon. We're going to one of my favorite restaurants, my favorite sushi restaurants. Thank you. The Gaia app, I think I answered though. So the Gaia app, I heard about it. Just as a side note, I heard about it. I don't go on it just because. So I'll tell you guys how I see the 3D, okay? So the 3D is everything but the past, right? When you're consciousness, when you're awakened, the 3D is the past. So when you hear other people talk, especially on the Gaia app, it's like whether there's meditations or whatever it is, when you hear other people talk, you get to a point where it's repetitive and you get to a point where you don't feel the need to hear it anymore. When you're scrolling past TikTok readings, when you're scrolling past manifestation technique readings, when you're scrolling past all of those things when you're not seeking out techniques, it's because you finally reach the other side of the awakening where you no longer need the 3D confirmations because you know that the 3D is just the past. One thing that a lot of people do when they're manifesting is that they feed themselves, they overfeed themselves of videos and techniques of manifestation, of meditation, etc. You need to get to a point, like there's phases, don't forget. Like I said, there's the grimoire and then there's the patron. There's always phases. So there's the first phase where you do have to feed yourself of that information. You have to, because as you feed yourself of that information, you're able to get to the point of consciousness. But then you have to tell yourself, okay, I'm done. Okay, I don't need to learn more. Okay, I'm there. And this is where trusting yourself comes in. You have to trust yourself that you're there. And whenever TikTok readings come up or the Gaia app or whatever, like opportunities for the ego to be able to identify, because looking for techniques and overfeeding yourself of readings is your identity. It's the spiritual identity. It's an identity of like, who am I if I'm not listening to tarot readings my entire day? If I'm not scrolling and looking for manifestation techniques, who am I? Because for the past 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you've been that identity, you've been that person. And this is where a lot of people turn around, because union with yourself requires you to let go of the identity that has brought you a lot of comfort over the last couple of years. And I've talked about this over the last couple of months. You have to get to a point where you let go of the old identity. And again, with money. Maybe some of you guys, because I said with the reading, you reached $0 in your bank account. Some of you guys, maybe you saw yourself as the identity of someone who always had money in their bank account. And now you've reached zero. So it's the shedding of the identity of money, of who you see yourself as money, with money. You're no longer in that energy where you need to see in the 3D what you know within. And this is why, like, again, if we go back to the reading, there's this energy of like, you reach $0, but again, you're still planning for your future, as if the $0 doesn't even exist, as if you have the millions. This is what reaching the desired frequency means. This is what reaching the desired frequency means. It means that you're not thinking consciously about, you're looking at your bank account at $0 and you're like, okay, I'm imagining $1 million. No, you just feel it. You don't need to see it. You're not envisioning it. Love that for you, Aisha. You don't have to envision it. You just know. You just know it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. And that's why I said it's like you can't share your plans with people in this phase, because people are not going to understand. They're going to be like, yeah, but you have $0. Where's your job? Where's your plan? There's no plan. It's just going to work out. There's no plan. It's just going to work out. Gabby, send me an email for the Google Drive, because it changed. It's on the Google Drive now. pr@shadicastelli.com with your order number. Consciousness is not something that you have to force. It's not something that you have to remind yourself every single day. And again, you have to be conscious of the phases that you're in your life. You have to be very honest with yourself as well. You have to be honest with yourself about where you're at in your journey. And that's why I've always said it's okay if you're not yet at consciousness. It's okay, but be honest with yourself. Because if not, you're just going to be frustrated about the fact that you're unable to just consciously and subconsciously get to the energy that you want to be at. You're going to force yourself to be at an energy. No, be honest with where you're at. When I was with my ex, I remember towards the end, I knew that I didn't love him. I knew it. Towards the end, I didn't love him. But I knew that I needed to get back with him every single time because there was something that I needed to break through. So literally, I remember I was telling myself, I'm in pain right now. This relationship is painful, but I'm not ready to not be with him yet. So I knew that what I was doing was wrong, was painful. But I also knew where I was. I was honest with myself of where I was. I was honest with myself of where I was emotionally, of where I was in my timeline. Same thing with you. Be honest with where you're at. And this is how you're able to step away from the urgency of the ego. Because the ego is going to make you feel urgent. It's going to be like, no, your identity, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to. No, whoa, chill, relax, relax, don't do it. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Relax, don't do it. Da-na-na-na-na-na. That's the energy though. You have to sit down with yourself and just know. And I have a friend of mine, we talk about this all the time. And what I love about her is that she sets her own boundaries and she knows very clearly. She's like, I'm not there yet. It's perfect. My job as a friend is not to pressure her into stepping into the journey. It's to support her. Same thing with you and the character. Your job as consciousness is not to pressure the character. It's to give input to the character and then let it be. To give input to the 3D and then let it be. You're not here to pressure the 3D to be where you think that you should be. You just give it the tools and then you wait for it to happen. It's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen eventually. Hi, Anna. So same thing with, imagine literally again, the 3D, money. It's your best friend. You're there to guide the 3D. You're there to guide your best friend into awakening, into the desired life that you see, the potential that you see in your bestie. You're not going to pressure her or him, whatever the bestie is. You're not going to pressure them. You're just going to let them know. And then they tell you, oh, I'm not there yet. Okay. But you know it's going to happen. Because you know that they keep it within. And you trust that they're going to keep their promise of working on themselves. Same thing with a long distance relationship. You don't have to check every single day for your long distance relationship that they're not cheating. You just trust that they're not cheating. And the information comes. Especially with cheating, let me tell you, if you know my story, you know my story. The truth always comes to light. You don't have to do shit. The truth always comes to light. You don't have to check the followers. You don't have to do any of that. I wrote about it 10 on the time. I wrote about it on the Patreon. Stop monitoring your mirror. Stop monitoring it. Let it be. Just let it be. And be honest with yourself. I can't stress this enough. Be honest with yourself of where you're at. Because if you're lying to yourself, you're creating a timeline of lies. There's a difference between being the Lulu and just straight up lying. You have to know where you're at. Again, you have to know where you're at. Be honest with yourself where you're at. Those of you who are starting your Saturn return, you're not at consciousness yet. You're not at consciousness yet. You're going to grow into consciousness. And that's fine. Again, that's fine. I was there. Everybody went through this. Everybody went through the Saturn return. Everybody went through the energy of pre-awakening. It's not because you're seeing these things that you have to be it now. You're seeing it for it to stay in the back of your mind. You're seeing it to stay for the back of your mind. There's things that I saw when I was 12 years old, 8 years old, that I couldn't make sense of. And this year it started making sense, where I was like, oh, that's the vision that came through. That's the prediction that I saw. It took 22 years for it to actually come to life. You're receiving things for you to be able to know where you're headed. Doesn't mean that it has to happen now. The ego wants it to happen now. The ego wants the urgency. Consciousness is just there. It's just flowing. It's just vibing. That's what consciousness is. There's no rush because everything is perfect in the moment. Layla, oh, my dog's name is Layla, but it's written with an I. What it is to live like consciousness, it's very boring to the ego. I'm not gonna lie, it's very boring because there's nothing to fix, there's nothing to rush. You're living so much in the present moment that you're just constantly happy. Like truly, you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, my life is so perfect. Truly. You're like, my life is so perfect. Everything is working out. It's natural. It's not an affirmation that you force yourself. It's just you're looking around and you're like, my God, everything is so beautiful in my life. So there's this feeling of love. There's this feeling of boredom, again, because if you've lived in survival your entire life, you always had something to do. Now there's nothing to do. You could literally just lie down and close your eyes and just be. Just close your eyes and just be in the quietness, just be in the nothingness, and it feels good. You feel at peace, first and foremost. You feel truly at peace. You don't feel like the other shoe is going to drop. You don't feel scared of your emotions, of your future, of your circumstances. And there's just this feeling of love. It's inexplicable. Like you really just have to feel it. And it's going to click one day. Like literally one morning, it's going to click where you're just going to be like, wow. And the path to awakening, especially when you're about to have like that little breakthrough, every single day you're literally going to wake up. And I talk about it on the Patreon again. Every single day you wake up and you're like different. Like you just wake up, you're different, but you're more yourself. It's like you wake up and you're just like, oh, this is what the truth is. It's like your perspective changes, and at the same time, it changes your entire past. Like you see your past differently, and you kind of like re-identify yourself, but at the same time, you don't identify yourself as anything. It's like you're just there. Like it's inexplicable. It's really inexplicable. But there is this feeling of love. There's this feeling of peace. There's this feeling of calmness. The whiplash in the morning. That's the energy. It's like. You wake up and you're like, oh, this is who I am. Truly, you're just, oh, this is who I am. And you forget the opposite of that remembrance immediately. It's like, it's like there's things in my life that it's not that I don't remember them, but at the same time, they never existed. They really never existed. It's as if like they were part again of the character because I'm consciousness. So it's not the character. Whitney, dating someone that is just starting their Saturn return. Ooh, detachment is going to be key. You have to be very detached, and you have to ask yourself why you're attracted to someone who is just starting their Saturn return, because that's not your equal. That's not your equal. Is there a part of yourself that is still identifying as the savior? Is there a part of yourself that is forcing yourself to stay attached to the old? Shaya is how you pronounce my first name. It's an aura ring, yes. And this is like, when it comes to dating, when it comes to love, when your consciousness, it changes. Happy Valentine's Day. It really changes. You're not approaching dating and love the same way because you don't need love. You don't need a boyfriend. You don't need a girlfriend, whatever it is that you're attracted to. You don't need those things. So you don't feel the need to text them every single day. You don't love the same way. Like loving pre-awakening and post-awakening is very different. Even in friendships, even in everything. It's very, very different. It's easier for you to stick to your standards as well when you're consciousness and you're dating as consciousness. It's very easy for you to walk away, to the point where, again, on the outside, people are going to look at you as a commitment phobe, but it's not that you're a commitment phobe. And this is where, like, again, it's so important. Do not tell others everything, and don't let the 3D tell you what your identity is. Keep in mind, like, the 3D is the past. Your Saturn return, it starts usually around 21 to 23 years old. There's like a preview at 21, and then at 23 it starts. For everybody, 23 to 29. And then after 29, you have like the collapse until the 30, 31 years old, depending where you're at. You can check with your birth chart. So right now, Saturn is in Aries. It was in Pisces before. So everybody who had Saturn in Pisces over the last couple of years, they had their Saturn return. And now Saturn is in Aries. So everybody who has Saturn in Aries, they're starting their Saturn return. Yeah. So Saturn return is basically shedding all of that identity. You have like kind of like two in your life. You have in your late 20s, 30s, and then I think you have another one in your 50s as well, where the midlife crisis comes in. A lot of people, quarter life crisis, 25 years old, midlife crisis, 50 years old, same thing. That's what they are, but they're just Saturn return. Literally though, they're Saturn returns. They're Saturn returns. Like at 25, you're in your peak. So, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, dating as consciousness. So dating as consciousness, again, it's like when you date as consciousness, you're just there, you're just living, you're just having fun. You're not thinking about marriage, you're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about any of those things, because you're just caring about the present moment and enjoying yourself in the present moment. So the second that the present moment is no longer enjoyable, it's very easy for you to leave. It's very easy for you to leave. Very. Like it's very easy to detach. It's very easy because it's no longer enjoyable. It's no longer fun for you. And as consciousness, all you want to do is have fun. That's why consciousness energy, God energy, is just inner child energy. It's just being a child. Just like a child, the second that they don't enjoy something, they leave. Get your bag, get your thing, and leave. Like that's the vibe. And again, that's why like when you date as consciousness, it's different. I'm telling you, it's different. You're not as codependent. You don't care as much. And your ego might be telling you, oh, maybe it's because you don't like this person as much. But it's not that you don't like this person as much. You like them differently. You like them differently. In the moment you allow yourself to just be there. Like I think about, for example, like when I'm with him and I'm looking at him, like I'm looking at him with all the love that I have within me in the present moment. But I also know that the second that man switches up on me, I'm able to leave. And I'm not going to be heartbroken. Like heartbreak doesn't exist anymore because it's not my heartbreak, it's the character. I'm not the one that's attached, it's the character. So it's easy to be vulnerable. It's easy to be present. It's easy to be authentic. It's very easy. It's easy to give yourself fully in the present moment because you're not scared. When you're attached to the character, when you're dating, you're scared because you're like, what if like he hurts me? What if la 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 la? He's not going to hurt me because I'm consciousness. I can't be hurt because all I am is love. So he's not the one that gives me love. I am love already. He's just a representation of that. And the second that he no longer is, he's out. It's very easy. It's very flowing. And it's in the present moment. And again, like I don't know why I want to talk about children as well. Like for me, for example, like I don't want children. And it's become more and more clear to me that I don't want children. Like in the past, I used to see kids and babies and be like, oh, like cutie, like my ovaries or whatever. But like I never really felt it. And now the more and more that I accept it, the more it makes sense. Like I see a baby and I'm just like, oh, okay. Why? Because I realized that having a baby is not going to be fun for me. And again, it's consciousness who wants to have fun. Consciousness wants to have fun. For me, having a baby is not going to be fun. Wasting my sleeping hours? Hell no. Hell no. Like, no. Even if I have a nanny, even if I have a night nurse or whatever, hell no. Like, I'm seeing all of the mothers. And again, I feel like this is where it's hard for those of us who don't want children. We're so disgusted by the lives of people who have children that at the same time, I don't know if people feel that, but like for me, sometimes I feel bad explaining how disgusted I am from the perspective of having a mother, because I know that, like, I have a lot of friends who are mothers. I have a lot of people that I love that are mothers. And it's not that I pity them. It's not that I think that they made the wrong choice. And this is where, again, consciousness comes in. I understand that this is their path. When you're consciousness, you understand that this is their path. This is not my path. This is their path. I find it disgusting. I know that they don't find it disgusting. So I'm going to be there to support the fact that they don't think that it's disgusting. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be their aunt. Like, I'm going to be their aunt, and I'm going to be there. But that kid is going back the second that is not fun for me. The second that is just, you take it back. The second that there's a little smell, there's a little spit up, goodbye. Like, it's like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like, it's beautiful. I think people who are mothers, who are good mothers, it's beautiful to watch, but it's not for me. Like, it's not for me. And I think more and more women are waking up to that. More and more women are waking up to the fact that they don't want to get married either. Like, even me, I'm thinking about that. Like, I'm talking to my man, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to get married. Like, I don't know if that's something that I want to do. Because I don't know if the whole concept of like forever feels so caging. Because when you have a kid, you're forever with that kid. It's like a forever thing. And this is why, like, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, you're commitment phobic, you're avoidant or whatever. No, the feeling of avoidant is based off of fear and based off of hurt. When you speak from consciousness, it might sound the same, but there's a very slight difference. There's a very subtle difference. Just like someone who is fake authentic and someone who is authentic. The words are the same, but the energy is different. The energy is different. And again, it's like you said, Ella, it's so freeing when you're just like, I want to be present. Like, I want to be present. I don't want to think about marriage. I don't want to think about the future. And this is where I think us as women as well, we're taking back our power, because we're no longer looking at marriage as something that saves us. We're no longer looking at kids as something that we need to have. We're really just looking to be present. Where a lot of us women, we didn't have that opportunity. We didn't have that safety to be present. We didn't have that safety. Men have had that safety for a very long time. They could be present. And that's why a lot of men, I think they don't understand this shift with women. They think that we're selfish. They think that we're too masculine. It's not that we're too masculine. We're finally in balance with our masculine and with our feminine. Being too much in your feminine is also not good. You have to be in balance. So men who are like, oh, you're being too masculine, no, we're in balance. You're not in balance because you're looking for a feminine that is only feminine to be able to complete you. In a relationship, the person should not complete you. The person should be a complement, a mirror to you. So if I'm feminine and masculine, the man that I'm with has to be feminine and masculine. If I'm only feminine, that means I'm going to depend on him to be able to bring me the masculine. This is where it's not good. We're both feminine and masculine. We're in union. That's what union is. That's what alignment is. You have both energies. And it's so easy to see, again, men who are misaligned. Because they're going to be like, oh, I want a woman who is that. I want a woman who... Blah, 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 blah. You want a puppet. You want someone to complete you. I'm not going to complete you because I'm already complete as myself. I don't want someone who is not complete. And that's why, Whitney, I was telling you, I'm like, why are you attracted to someone who is not complete? Why are you allowing yourself to be attracted and to be with someone who is not complete? Do you feel like you deserve someone who is complete? Do you feel like you deserve to have peace in your relationship? Because when you're dating someone who is complete, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be work, but the work is going to be different. Oh, like a little thing to write? I am. You feel it. When you when you're complete, you just feel it. There's nothing outside of you that you need. You don't need food, you don't need water, you don't need people, you don't need love, you don't need money, you don't need validation, you don't need anything, because you just are. Oh, Ella. I've been thinking, to be honest, I'm gonna share this with you guys, but like eventually I'd love to do kind of like a talk show, but you know, like back in the days, like a talk show radio show, like back in the days in the 90s, 2000s, where people would call and you give advice. Like I'd love to do that. I'd love to like just call in and it's like Shaya Di Castelli FM or whatever. I would love that. And it would just be like an intuitive thing. Yeah, like back in the day, like, you know, like from the movie Beauty Shop, the girl that was like talking and everything, that would be it. Like having a column like Sex and the City, I would love that. I would love that, because at the same time it keeps me at a distance from people, so like there's not like codependency that's created, but I can give my advice because I got a lot of shit to say. Like I have a lot of things to share. Like if I could talk forever, I would just talk. So I know. Ooh, like people actually call in. I would have to figure out how to do it, but it's not time yet anyways, eventually. But you see, this is where the honesty is. It's like you have the visions, I know it's going to happen, but I also know that right now it's not the time. Okay. And it's not that it's just not the time, it's just I don't want to do it now. I literally just don't want to do it now. It's like, this is where, again, like it's the honesty with yourself. Yeah, I do find that I have that. But I would love to have like an actual call, you know? Like you're just there and with your headphones, and it's like every morning people listen to like Shaya Di Castelli, and it's like, okay, call in, it's like, hi Shaya, this and this happened, and I'm like, okay, dump that bum ass man, because like you don't need him. Like every morning at 8 a.m. It would be a vibe. And like unfiltered completely. Yeah. But anyways, you guys get it, like with the whole consciousness. Yeah. But you know, Ella, like as you said, like with saving lives and everything, this is also a shift when it comes to spiritual guidance, spiritual, being a spiritual mentor in a sense. It's like, it's shifting when your consciousness is also shifting from the need to feel the validation. Like when I started, it was validating for me to have people be like, oh, like you saved my lives, right? But now it's no longer validating. It's just like, you brought me into your life. It's no longer validating me because I know what my power is. I understand what my power is. I know what I'm able to do with the people around me. I know that it happens automatically. So now it's just, you brought me into your life. You created me into your life for me to be able to say these words to you now. Honestly, anything LA related, I'm just like, I don't know. If you guys know, I've been to LA 2 years ago. Hated it. Might be different. I keep telling myself, I'm like, maybe I'll go back to LA like one day and like I'll like it because the energy is going to be different. I'm not going to be in my karmic energy, right? I'm going to be in consciousness energy, so it's going to be different. But it doesn't attract me. I don't know why. Like, I feel like everybody who is fake goes to LA, and whenever they get to LA, it just amplifies that fakeness. I think it's just because the energy of LA, like there's a lot that can happen, a lot of very fast energy that can happen as well in LA. But this is where, again, I feel like it's very character driven, because it's the character. It's as if you take something, you have your 5 minutes of fame, you go to LA, and then it just like speeds up the process, which is good. but it speeds up the process for the identity, for the character. And if you're not anchored into your consciousness, it's very easy to get lost in that, like to get lost in the sauce and to get lost in that like energy. That's why. So I'm like, I don't know, like maybe again visiting it and stuff, but yeah. It's very beautiful. It's very dreamlike. It's like La La Land, I feel. Like Santa Monica, like just California. It's very La La Land, which is beautiful. But again, if you're not anchored into consciousness, it's very easy to get lost in there. Like literally, I remember when I went, I felt separate from myself. Like I felt separate from myself. I was crying every single day because I felt separate. I was like, I'm not, like I can't find myself. Literally, I could not find myself because I was so lost in everything. I'm like, I need to find myself. I'm like, I couldn't find myself at all. It was crazy. But again, consciousness living there might be different. My experience there as a conscious being might be completely different than back 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. So yeah. Did you guys see them pop up? Damn, okay. As a close to the reading, we've been chatting, but as a close to the reading, you have Justice, Strength in reverse, and Hermit in reverse. I feel like this is what your justice is for this collective. This is what balanced living is going to be for you. Where you're no longer going to need to be strong, where your strength is going to be within, where your reflection is going to be within, where your internal world is going to be balanced with, your internal world is going to be balanced with your external world. It's going to finally match. You've been fighting your external world and your internal world, like they've been clashing. Your internal world was saying one thing, your external world wasn't, and now it's about to. It's about to. It is already. It's not even about to, it is already. Oh, my nipples are so hard. Did anybody try the skin condoms that I was talking about? I need to know if it was just a me thing. I'm waiting for my friend to use hers so that I can know if she felt it as well. But if you guys tried it, let me know if it felt the same way. The quality of divine mercy will expand your maturing consciousness. Sympathy will be transformed and mercy will awaken. Ooh, that's beautiful. Oh, the feeling never goes away, Gabby? Love that. Actually, low-key love that. It's as if like you're constantly on like a little whoop. Oh, Maddie, let me know how they are. Okay. So the quality of divine mercy will expand. This is so interesting. Wow. I feel like, again, for a lot of you, wow, people that you used to beg to, or energies you used to beg to, are about to beg to you. Oh, and I have full body chills. And because you are consciousness, I have full body chills. Ooh, it's like the tables have flipped literally. And because you're merciful, because you're love, you're going to be giving differently. And again, this doesn't mean that it's going to be the actual person, but it's going to be the energy. It's going to be the energy around it. Confirmation. Like you used to beg, let's say, for example, for money from someone, and you're about to now be put in the position of the one that's being begged to. Again, either by that person or someone else, the energy. It's going to be a flip. And you're going to rewrite history by acting differently. By not acting like the oppressor, like the one that oppressed you, like the one that abused you, like the one that took your begging for weakness. You're going to be acting differently and you're going to be rewriting history from that. This collective, it's like you're the leaders of the tomorrow. You're creating literally a new path. It's like power and money was done a specific way. And you're doing it differently. Like you're given the opportunity to have money and power, and you're going to be doing it differently. And It's going to move forward differently. And again, when it comes to charities and everything, make sure that you're doing it based off of alignment, not because it validates your worth, not because you feel like you need to be a good person to receive. This is so important, and it's very, very important to remember. Make sure that your want to give, to be generous, is not because you feel like you're going to be more worthy of money or power if you say this. It should just be part of you. You shouldn't receive any validation from any action that you take, from any thought that you have. That's when you know that it's aligned. You should do it just simply because you want to do it, not because it validates you in any way. It should be actually the opposite. You're doing selflessly, where there's nothing that's coming back to you except taxes. Because that you want to keep. If you can fuck the government as much as you can. Jokes. For legal purposes, this is a joke. But yeah. Yeah. In this time right now, it's so important to be mindful of what you say about yourself and what you say about other people, about your world. Your world is being created by your words right now. So stop saying that you're stupid. Stop saying that you're clumsy. Stop saying stuff that you don't desire anymore in your life. Stop saying the opposite of what you desire. Let's say that okay, what example can I say? Let's say that you hate winter, okay? I'm going to use that as an example because yesterday I crashed out. It was so cold outside. Let's say that you hate winter, okay? Instead of saying that you hate winter, just be like, this is temporary. Just tell yourself, I'm like, this is just temporary. Because winter is temporary. Whether it is that you're going to move somewhere else or not, the winter is temporary anyways. We're approaching March, spring is coming, whatever it is, just be like, it's temporary. Crash out, let the character crash out, but you know that it's temporary. Because your consciousness. It's temporary. Affirm what is coming. Even if we go back with the example of you have $0 in your bank account, it's temporary. I have so much money that's coming. And that's the excitement. That was the excitement that I was feeling. And you see, I'm tapping into it again. It's like you're at $0 in your bank account and you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. My bank account is about to be filled. Like my bank account is about to be so filled because you reached zero. Only way is up from zero. You can't be negative. Only way is up. Oh. So be excited because now it's like I have so much money. Like there's money everywhere. Get excited. Notice the things that you want to notice. Affirm the feelings that you want to feel. Affirm the energy expanding within you. Literally abundance. Affirm the beauty around you, the power within you, the experiences around you. You already have it. It's not a need, because you need when you are empty of it. You need it when you're empty of it. When you have it already and you see, it's again that energy of simplicity. It's that energy of like, you don't need for things. You're living a very happy, fulfilled life just by being. And when you're in that need of like no longer needing validation, the things that you buy, the things that you invest in, again, they're not things that you do for validation. It's very simple for you. Let's say that you want to buy a jet. You're not buying the jet because you want to show off to your friends. You're buying the jet because it makes sense. It makes financial sense for you to buy a jet because you're traveling so much, let's say. Or let's say that you're buying designer. You're not doing it to show off or to be able to be like, oh, but to show off that I have money. No, you're doing it because your skin feels better in designer. because your body feels better in couture. It's just aligned because you don't need the validation of it. It's natural. It's normal for you. It's normal for you to wear expensive things. It's normal for you to believe that everything will work out. It's normal for you to know that everything will always be fine and everything will always work out for you. It's just natural for you. That's the energy that you have to be in. And you're going to see that abundance is going to be, you're going to see abundance everywhere around you because your head is, and your eyes are programmed for that. They're not programmed for fear. They're programmed for beauty, for abundance, for love. Capiche? Okay, this was a very long reading live, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We talked a little bit about everything. Yeah, it's rushing in. The breakthrough, the clarity, it's rushing in. You're leaving behind this feeling of depression. It's like with the sun coming up, with spring coming up, the depression is going to go down. It's going to go away. Yeah, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles and the Empress. The Empress does not move from her throne. You are consciousness. Ooh, Friday the 13th. You are consciousness. You do not move from your throne. You do not move from the emotions. You do not let anything move you. You're just a queen. Watch Bridgerton. Honestly, watch Bridgerton. And when you watch Bridgerton, notice how the queen acts. Notice how she acts. Notice how she is. She doesn't move. She doesn't do shit. Everybody does everything for her. Embody that. Okay, I'm cold. Okay. Big hugs to everybody. Thank you for coming on the live. I'm going to post this on YouTube so you guys can have it if you haven't watched the beginning of the reading. And if you're on YouTube watching this, hello. Oh my God, I'm so white. Okay. Love you guys. And don't forget the iPad giveaway today. So follow on Instagram and TikTok. And I'm going to probably choose it tomorrow. And I'm going to deliver it this week. Okay. Yes, send the email for the grimoire. Bye, guys. Happy Valentine's. Go have fun. If you don't have a date, date yourself. Because you don't need someone external outside of you to be able to go on a date. Have fun. Be with yourself. Enjoy. And bask into the energy of love. Happy Valentine's, guys.